5 here, Halls and Hunts. First part of this video is from the 2012 Chiller, the spring convention. And it's basically horror movie stuff, but you never know what else is going to end up there. And one of the very first dealers I stumbled upon when you walk into the main dealer room had a bin of video games. This was day 3 of the convention, so I'm sure I missed out on a lot of good things. But essentially, yeah, he gave me really good deal. So the first batch of items I think that I'm going to show cost me $16 total. First up is WCW NWO World Tour, complete in box. I already have it, as I've noted in prior videos, but still, it was just there. Like, there was some other games in the bin that I just totally left behind, that they were useless, but I grabbed what I had any interest in. Another boxed wrestling game, WCW Mayhem, which I also already have, but these are in really good condition. And he looked like he just wanted to get rid of them and not carry anything back. For the Saturn, Sonic 3D Blast. This was a fun game, and there's maybe only 3 or 4 Sonic games on the Saturn. This was one of the more popular ones. So this was complete. Super Nintendo, Pilot Wings, one of the launch titles. I never got this because I didn't really like it too much. Never got into their franchise. It's not in the best shape, as you can see up at the top here, and on the back the sticker's a little worn, but it essentially cost me nothing, so I figured just threw the pile at the guy and see what he wanted to give me to give him for it. Same deal here. We got Tetris 2 for the Super Nintendo. Cartridge is a little beat up, but I wanted the game for myself, and you know, it's not the worst. A little wear up top and a little bit on the back. It is what it is. Maybe I'll find a better copy at some point, but not a huge deal. For the NES, we have Predator. Don't remember too much about the game. Not sure if it was one of those licensed games that was halfway decent or if it was utterly terrible. But I didn't have it. It's in good shape. Next up, for the Master System, which I still don't have the system for, but I do have a few games. It's Alien Syndrome, and this game's been redone several times. The current generation has a really good version on the Wii. So it's a Sega franchise that they probably could do more with, but it's out there. And this was a complete copy, I think. If I could open this. Wow. Okay. So, very plain cartridge, as they all are. Get the booklet. So, and then I don't want to unfold it. There's a really nice Master System poster in here that showed all the games out at the time. Here's the original columns. A very fun puzzle game. I wish Sega would make some sort of updated version or include this on a new compilation of older games and just have it as a bonus. They've done that in the past, but it's a good puzzle game that doesn't get any recognition because Tetris is always what people think about. And it's complete. Came in a nice Golden Axe poster. Alright. I forgot where I grabbed this from, but don't think I paid much for it. I already have it, but the price must have been really right that I just grabbed it. I don't believe it was. Everything up to that point I know was from the Chiller. This one I don't recall if it was in that pile. I'm pretty far behind in the filming, so I don't remember. Pokemon Puzzle League, another great puzzle game. The N64. From my favorite store, Bull Moose, 2 GameCube games. So now I have all the Phantasy Star games for the Cube. We got Phantasy Star Online Episodes 1 and 2, the Plus Edition. This came with the booklet. The disc was great. And a game I never played before, Phantasy Star Online 3. And it's Card Revolution, and I'm not too familiar with the third game. I don't think I know anybody who bought it. I had store credits, so I did not pay what the tags are. I paid half for each of these. I wouldn't have paid $24, even though it's still kind of a good deal because of how rare this game is. But for $12 and $5, I definitely jumped on that. And this marked probably like getting the last of the rare games I needed for the GameCube. Pretty cool. Another Bull Moose find was Shenmue Part 1 for the Dreamcast, which at the time this game was really revolutionary. It's 4 discs. The booklet's in here, and the passport CD's in there. I'm not taking it apart right now, but yeah, Shenmue could have been a huge Sega franchise if it came out a little bit earlier, but by the time this came out, the Dreamcast was already almost dead in the water. And then I think the sequel ended up being on the Xbox, but nobody really cared as much by then, so Sega kind of let the ship sail. It wasn't a fully Americanized game when you really look at it, but the potential was there, and once again, Sega was way ahead of its time. So check it out if you have never had a chance to play it. This was in Goodwill. There was a pile of Saturn games, and they were $2.99 each. This was the only one I grabbed, Wing Arms. I don't think it's a John game, but I figured for the collection for $3, I might as well give it a shot. The other games are just all outdated sports titles, which even if they were current sports titles, I wouldn't care. But this was the only game that was remotely not in that genre. Everything else was just soccer and baseball and football. Still cool that they had Saturn games at a Goodwill. Never saw those before. So that wraps up this edition. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.